everyone, my name is Eileen and I'm here to tell you my keto story. So I have never done any sort of rigorous dieting. I was told this past summer that keto is awesome and I could eat as many calories as I wanted to as long as I didn't ingest any carbs. And so I was like, okay, that sounds pretty healthy. Why not? Let me try it. You know, I only hear good things, so I tried it. So I started about September 1st-ish after I came back from vacation, and I felt awesome. I was very strictly adhering to keto. I read up a lot on it, and after the first 2 or 3 weeks when I first went into ketosis, I felt amazing. This tremendous amount of mental clarity that I've never felt before. It almost felt like, I don't know, like you're high or something. It just, everything was so clear and I was so focused, felt awesome. And then it all came to a screeching halt. I got the dreaded keto rash. And I'm making this video because I had never heard about keto rash before I started keto. Never ever. Nobody, and all the people that told me about keto, not a single person ever brought up this little known side effect. And so when I got the rash, I didn't even attribute it to keto. So I think it's really important to get the word out there on this, not just frighten you or scare you off from keto, but to just so if before you start, you can be educated on, you know, possible side effects. And so keto rash. One night I fell asleep and I started itching like crazy in the middle of the night. I started sweating in my bed and I was like itching and I was like half asleep, just like itching. And then I woke up to these crazy red welts all over my body, like a rash and itchy bumps. And I actually thought that I had bed bugs because I live in New York City. So I was looking at bed bugs, frantically kind of searching through my bed with like my phone flashlight, and I didn't find any trace of bed bugs. And then I thought maybe it was a stress rash. Maybe I was allergic to something. Maybe it was stress. And I just, you know, kept chugging along with my keto. So I just kept going with my keto. Eventually the rashes subsided. It took maybe 3 to 4 days for it to totally subside. And then it left these big brown marks, like hyperpigmentation. So this is what it looks like, my bumps that I got the first time around. And then I will show you the hyperpigmentation. Maybe 2 weeks later, I didn't feel stressed out. You know, there was no issues in my life. And then all of a sudden, the rash came back. Or the same thing happened. I was sleeping in the middle of the night. I felt itchy, so itchy. And I was scratching. And then I woke up to these huge bumps. They were like welts. So same thing, except this time it was in more places. Because before it was just like on my arm, maybe like on my wrist. I had one on my ankle. But then the second time around, it was like all up and down my neck, more places on my arm, my back. It was really bad. It was so itchy. It was horrible. Couldn't focus on anything. I couldn't sleep at night. And all in the back of my mind, I kept on thinking that maybe I had bed bugs or, I don't know, vermin or something. Anyway, so I was in a really bad state. And then my friend actually sent me this article on keto rash, and I've never heard of it until then. But the article, it was from Healthline, and I'll post the link to it. Although since then I found many more articles on like medical journals and stuff about this. But the article was about this keto rash phenomenon, also known as prurigo pigmentosa. I think I'm saying that right. So it apparently disproportionately affects women, specifically Asian women. And the article was just so on point. It said, Asian women, keto leaves a brown mark, like hyperpigmentation, after it goes away. this is everything that's been happening to me, and it's so great to finally have an answer. But then it really scared me, because I was like, oh my god, are my brown marks gonna go away? Does this mean I need to stop keto? I feel so good on keto. That night after I found out, I ate like half a loaf of bread, because I was like, F this, I can't have brown marks all over my body. It's like I look like literally a Dalmatian. So I was like, I need to immediately get rid of this. And I started researching a lot, and there are entire threads on Reddit, on Facebook about keto rash. And from what it seems, it's really mostly a lot of women, not all, but a lot of women posting on those threads. So it seems like it affects women a lot. Anyway, I stopped keto. I went to low carb because I still wanted to try to get the benefits of keto without being full keto. And so I went low carb, and then that was about 3 weeks ago, or 2 to 3 weeks ago. And then last night I got keto rash again. But the thing is, my keto rash doesn't look like the pictures of a lot of the keto rashes online. You'll see if you Google images. Actually, maybe I'll put up a picture here of keto rash. So this is what keto rash normally looks like, and mine doesn't look like that. In fact, I'll show you now. I have one on my finger. I don't know if you can see, my finger is kind of red here. It's like super raised. There's like a little bump here. And then I'll show you my arm here. I don't know if you can see this big red welt here. It's like raised, it's huge, it's so itchy. I have one here. And then you can kind of see the dark marks on my back, the hyperpigmentation. I think there's one right here of where the rash has healed previously, but it's left hyperpigmentation. Like it's all up and down my arm. You could probably hopefully see that. If not, I can try to post a better picture later. But yeah, oh, here you can see the dark mark really well here. I feel this is the leftover pigmentation from when a bump healed here. And I don't know if you can still see it on my neck. I had it all up and down my neck. It's just really bad. So I tried hydrocortisone. Here are all the things I tried. Hydrocortisone, this steroid ointment, 2.5% hydrocortisone, amlactin, go see the dermatologist, doxycycline, which is an antibiotic, ammonium lactate, Reddit, and this and that, flaxseed oil. Honestly, I've tried everything. None of it really works. There's just not enough studies being done, so nobody knows for sure why it's being caused or when or why. They just know that it's triggered when your body is in ketosis. I mean, nobody really knows, right? Because I stopped the diet 2-3 weeks ago and I'm still getting it. I'm assuming because I'm low carb, maybe I'm still eating too little carbs. So I'm gonna try to up my carb intake. I'm eating maybe like 40 grams of carbs, 50 grams of carbs a day, but I think everybody has a different tolerance to carbs, and maybe my body just needs more. After all, I'm Asian. I grew up eating rice. My ancestors ate rice and noodles, so maybe it's just my body being like, yo, what are you doing? Like, this is not what your ancestors want. So who knows? I'm gonna try, but do the research and be aware of this side effect, because nobody's really talking about it. There's not enough publicity or science behind it. So don't be like me. And you know, I kind of wish, I loved keto, I loved my experience on it and it was great, but I kind of wish now that I maybe didn't go on it and I tried low carb instead, because these hyperpigmentation all over my body, I don't know if they're gonna go away. I've been using all these different creams and ointments on them, and nothing is worth me messing up how my skin looks personally. So I hope whatever diet or fitness journey you're on, I hope that you enter into it armed with knowledge and preparation as well. So bye everyone, thanks for watching, and let me know if you also got keto rash and how you dealt with it, and if your hyperpigmentation went away, or what you used on it, or any other helpful information for the community and me, myself. I would like to know how to get rid of this. Thank you. Bye.